Hey, what's going on everybody? HRDS Tech here, and today I'm bringing you guys about graphics cards, and specifically picking the right one for you and your needs.
Do you feel the vibes, baby? Do you feel the vibes?
Okay, so you need help picking a graphics card. Well, the first tip I can give you guys is look at your needs and what you're going to need in the future. If right now you're just playing Flash games and you're just surfing the web, browsing YouTube, you probably don't need the best graphics card. But if you plan on playing brand new AAA title games at max graphics and 4K, you want a good graphics card. And if you plan on doing some graphic design or animation, you're also going to want a good graphics card. And in some circumstances, you don't want to bottleneck your CPU in terms of graphics performance. Now the next tip I can give you guys is decide at what resolution you want to play games, make content, produce content, or do whatever you need to do, because this will have a big impact on what graphics card you need. If you plan on only doing things at 1080p or lower resolution, the graphics card like the 970 from NVIDIA or the R9390 can be a great option for you. It'll definitely suit your needs, if not more, even allow you to play games at 60 FPS if not higher. Now if you plan to do some 1440p gaming, producing or editing, or even at 4K, you might want a higher end graphics card. Okay, so you've decided what you want to do with your PC and at what resolution you're going to do it. Now I'm going to give you guys a list of some of the best graphics card, in my opinion, for your money at the moment. Now starting with the GTX 970, this is a fantastic card for your money. It can do pretty much anything at 1080p if not 1440p. Play new AAA titles at 60 FPS at almost max settings. You might have to turn some things down, but it's overall a great experience for just $279. Or you could also go with the AMD R9390x. Now the 390X is another great option. It's a little bit cheaper than the 270. It's only $249. And this is another great option that can really do everything the 970 can, if not more. You might have a better experience with this in high resolution applications, such as if you want to game in 1440p, it'll really utilize the extra memory that the 390X has. That's a great option if you're looking at a card under $300 that can do pretty much anything at 1080p. Now if you want to get into 1440p at 60 FPS or more at max graphic settings, or if you want to get into 4K gaming, editing, producing, and you want it to perform well and smooth, then you might want to look at the GTX 1070 or the GTX 1080. Now these cards are extremely powerful and can do pretty much anything you throw at them. Now the 1070 comes in at about $429 right now, and that's actually a little bit above what retail is supposed to be for. NVIDIA says they're going to be $350, $380. Except there's way more demand than there is supply at the moment, so the price is way jacked up. Well, once the price comes down, the GTX 1070 is going to be an incredible card for money that can pretty much do anything at 1440p or 4K. Now, the GTX 1080 is really a beast of graphics card that's, I'd say, really only for high-end audiences that either want to game at 4K at way more than 60 FPS, or want to produce content, edit videos at 4K, and even maybe want to try dabbling in 8K video editing. Now, I don't think this is a great card for your money because it's $700 right now, which is pretty outrageous for a graphics card, except it can do absolutely everything you want it to do. So if you're in the market for an extremely high-end graphics card that can do anything, the GTX 1080 is great, but you also don't see much more of a performance increase from the 1070 than you do to the 1080. So right now, for $429, the 1070 is an incredible buy, and once it goes down to $350, $379, it'll be an absolutely incredible buy, probably even better than the GTX 970, and it might beat that for the best performance per dollar card. Now there are also some other options out there from NVIDIA and AMD, but these cards I wouldn't recommend nearly as much as the GTX 970, the R9390x, or the GTX 1070 or 1080, because these cards are very high performance cards, except they're being beaten by the 1070 in terms of performance and cost more than the 1070 and more than the 390X and really aren't worth the money. But I'll mention them anyway just so you guys are aware. So first off, the NVIDIA GTX 980. Now this is a very powerful card that can even do 4K at about 40-50 FPS, but it's about $500, and that's more than the then that's more than the 1070, so it's really not worth your money because you can't do 4K at about 60 FPS, which the 1070 can do. And actually, for instance, the brand new game Doom can run on with the 1070 at about 70 FPS, where it can only run at about 30 to 40 FPS on the 980. And so that just really isn't as good for your money as the 970, the 1070, the 1080, or the R9390x. Another graphics card, the GTX 980 Ti, isn't very good for your money either because it's about $550 right now. And that's more than the GTX 1070 and has lower performance. It's going to give you lower frame rates, not incredibly lower, but not as good. And why would you buy a card that isn't as good for more money? It just doesn't make any sense. So until the price drops on the 9 series, it's really not going to be worth your money to buy any of them, except for the GTX 970, which is actually a very good deal right now at $279. And it can do everything you want pretty much at 1080p. But if you're looking to get into 4K, I would definitely wait until the GTX 1070 and 1080 come down in price, or the GTX 980 Ti comes down in price. But don't buy right now because the GTX 1080 is about $700, but that is for the Founders Edition. That's all you can get at the moment. So you're going to want to wait until the Standard Edition comes out and is available. And same thing with the GTX 1070. Some Standard Edition models are available, but the price is way jacked up because there's way less supply than there is demand. And also the GTX 980 Ti isn't as good for your money right now, as I said before, because it's at about $550, which is more than the GTX 1070, but less performance, less frame rate. So I'd really hold off for now, unless the GTX 980 Ti drops in price soon, and then it could be a pretty good buy. But I need to see that drop around the $300 mark to really be worth your money. Now I know there's a ton of graphics card options out there right now. I just wanted to tell you guys about a few of them, and a few that I think aren't a great buy right now and are a pretty good buy right now. And if you guys have any other graphics cards that you like or you know perform well or have good performance per dollar, or a good deal right now, or will be in the future, please leave comments down below and tell me what you guys think is good for your money right now. And thanks for watching, everyone, and if you found this video helpful at all, please give it a thumbs up. If not, give it a thumbs down. Hope you don't, but if you do. And thanks for watching, everyone. Make sure to subscribe for more content coming out. I'll be doing a video about the best CPU for you, and some more build guides, and a bunch of stuff coming up. So thanks for watching, everyone. Enjoy. See ya.
Do you feel the vibes?